And greetings. Welcome to Maxims of Law, Part 6. Clearing the screen here. Let's get right down to it. If you've been here for Parts 1 through 5, we've been going through the Maxims of Law in English. And now we're going to continue where we left off, which was on exception. So let's get started. Exception. The exception affirms the rule to be the other way. An exception proves the rule concerning things not accepted. Nice clarification here. I think everyone knows what an exception is. Every exception is itself also a rule. Every rule is liable to its own exceptions, and that comes from Black's, page 842. An exception should always be put last. Nice. So stating a rule, put the exception last. The exception proves the rule. An exception which confirms the law, expounds the law. Nice. It is proper that laws be greater than any exception. So you wouldn't want a list of exceptions longer than the law it's excepting from. So with that being said, just checking to see if people are in here. If you all could just hit the like button, let me know in chat. Everything is coming through clear. I'm checking the stream health here, and it looks like so far so good. And before I continue, I just want to let everyone know none of this would be construed as legal lawful information, not to be used for professional, private, or personal use in any way, shape, or form. This is not advice. This is strictly for entertainment, educational purposes, and don't do this at home. All right, let's proceed. There we go. Nye County. Yeah, I'm a little far from there, but I'd be happy to if I was. Yeah, perhaps we could get audit them to take a trip out there and audit them and remind them of these maxims. He seems to be well versed in doing that as well on the spot. So I'm going to get back to the book where I'm doing my thing here. So excess. Excess in law is reprehended. Excess in anything is reprehended at common law. Whatever is done in excess is prohibited by law. Wow. Surplusage does no harm. So having surplus does no harm, but whatever is done in excess is prohibited by law. Interesting. Surplusage does not spoil the remaining part if that is good in itself. Surplusage does not usually vitiate writings. So surpluses as opposed to excesses is another way of judging. So how do you judge what is excess, what is surplus? So you see how this opens up more questions even as you learn these maxims. And you drill down until you get to your specific situation. Yeah, the funny thing is the public service agents don't use this. Yet it's nice when you can remind them these because these are in plain English and you don't need to use the more antiquated words here. You can give them voice in our current vernacular. And that's why it's important to know the spirit behind these maxims, is that you can express them in an appropriate way in whatever situation you find yourself in where they would be beneficial. All right, let's continue. Execution of law. So we're thinking execution, where something is an executive action here. Something is put into action. Execution is the execution of the law according to the judgment. Execution is the end and the fruit of the law, and is very aptly called the life of the law. Wow. The effect of a law consists in the execution. Executions of law are preferred to all other processes whatever. Wow, so the executions of law are preferred to all other processes whatever. The execution of law does no injury. Wait a second. That doesn't sound right. How can you serve and protect if you're not causing injury? And don't forget about officer safety. So execution of law does no injury. I'd like to revisit this. Failure to enforce the law does not change it. Powerful. Express, expression, imply. See also specific words. So here's something that is, these are fine lines of distinction that it behooves all of us to be clear on so that we can't be deceived when others try to use them in ways that are not supposed to be used, in ways to put us at a disadvantage. So, those things which cannot be given or which are not in existence are held as not expressed. You get this one. This one's super powerful. Those things which cannot be given or which are not in existence are held as not expressed. That's a powerful maxim there. The expression of one thing is the exclusion of another. A general expression is to be interpreted generally. That which is expressed puts an end to, renders ineffective. That which is implied. So getting back to this maxim, those things which cannot be given or which are not in existence are not held as expressed. So that would, next step would be implied if it is indeed true. So there it is. That which is expressed puts an end to, renders ineffective, that which is implied. Now we go to things expressed may be prejudicial. Things not expressed are not. That's a good one there too.